Morning kindergarten. So today we're going to be looking at the book Last Stop on Market Street for the last time, all right? We use this book to help us learn about our five senses. Remember, there are five senses, all right? And I like these little stick things. We see with our eyes, we smell with our nose, we hear with our ears, we touch with our hands, and we taste with our mouth. We use this book, Last Stop on Market Street, to explore how CJ uses his five senses to learn about the world around him. A couple of things I want to review. Remember, the front of the book is called the front cover. The back is called the back cover. On the front of the book, you'll see words. That is called text. This right here is called the title, Last Stop on Market Street. Also, you'll see some text here. It lists the name of the author. His name was Matt de la Peña. The author writes the book. It also says pictures by Christian Robinson. Christian Robinson was the illustrator. He painted the pictures for our story. All right. I want to review a couple of things that we've been talking about. On this chart here, I have a question that we were looking at. It says, how does CJ use his senses to learn about the world in Last Stop on Market Street? Well, I remember thinking back in the story, he used two senses an awful lot. He used his eyes and he used his ears, okay? When he was on the bus, I remember that he used his ears to listen to the man play the guitar. And I know that he used his eyes to observe the world all around him, okay? One of the things that I remember was that he got off the bus and it was a rougher area of town. And he used his eyes to observe what it looked like, okay? And he said, why is it always dirty on this part of the town? And remember, Nana said, oh, you just have to use your eyes and look for beauty everywhere. And CJ was able to observe a rainbow, okay, because it had stopped raining. So one of your response activities today is to complete this activity. It says CJ uses his senses to learn about the world. So I want you to draw a picture from the story to show how CJ used one of his five senses. Be sure to add key details in your picture today. That was one of the words we learned about, details. We learned how an author and an illustrator use words and pictures to add details and meaning to their stories. So that's one thing you have to do. We also started to talk about how vocabulary words add meaning to a story. All right. We did a response activity earlier with the book where we looked at three words: coin, knit, and bus. Today I added some words in blue, some key words and some vocabulary words for you to think about. One of the words is a piano. A piano is an instrument. One of the words is whisper. Think about what whisper means, what it would look like. Sometimes you might put your hand over your mouth and you might whisper a secret. Okay? Another vocabulary word is city. Well, what's a city? If I think about it, a city has big buildings really close together. Lots of people, and a city's usually very busy. Another vocabulary word today is shadow. What's a shadow? Do you have a shadow? Can you see a shadow inside, or do you have to be outside for a shadow? One of the other words is feeling. What does the word feeling mean? Well, feeling might describe how somebody is acting or how they feel inside. If you see a picture with somebody with tears, you might know that they feel sad. The last one might be a new word. It says reveal. What does the word reveal mean? Well, reveal means that you're showing something to somebody, okay? I remember on that story, Mr. Dennis, the bus driver, pulled a coin out from behind CJ's ear. He revealed the coin to CJ. So there's a little activity for you to do. There's 6 pictures, and there are 6 words down here. It says to cut them out. If you want to print it out, you could cut them and glue them. If we were at school, we would do it that way. But you could use these vocabulary words and then just write the word to match the picture. What do you think this one is? I see lots of buildings. That might be a city. Let's see. Oh yeah, there's the word city, so you would print it right there. So you have 2 activities to do today to finish up our story, Last Stop on Market Street. We have the vocabulary words and your end of book activity that shows that you have an understanding of how CJ uses his senses to learn about his world. When you are completed both of these activities, please post them on Seesaw. Remember, there are 2 activities, so you have to swipe and do the second one before you post it. Can't wait to see what you come up with. and I will talk to you tomorrow when we start a new book.